Hope all you guys enjoying your Saturday. I know most of the country is it's snowing or has some type of sleet, and small part of the country, which very significant, is on fire right now. But I hope you guys are having a happy Saturday out there, man. I hope you enjoying your weekend, and I hope you had a blessed week. Another episode of the Straight Savage Podcast coming right back at you on this happy what is it, January 11th today, but this happy January day, man. So just pretty much kicking it, about to converge with you guys, see what's going on with you for this week. Toy news is kind of slow. Pickups for me have been kind of slow in the past couple of weeks, man. There's really been nothing I really been wanting to get. I grabbed maybe one or two things. What's going on with you, Paul? How's it going, player? Hope you enjoying your Saturday out there. Swift shot, what's good with you, fam? What's going on with you? Man, I listened to that Kendrick album too, finally, man. I've been listening to it, but that whole month I was off the radar, man. That's when I listened to it, man. And I give it straight. It's straight. It's like half and half for me. I don't know. What's your thoughts on? I know you thought it was a classic, but I don't think it's one of Kendrick's classic albums. Yo, Jamie Lynn, what's going on with you? Infinity Toys, what's up, bro? That's crazy that you say that, stuck in carbonite. I got that shit right here. You know I got one of them shits. 23 bucks. Well, technically 24. Yeah, I mean, shit, how can you deny it? Havoc. Hello, my name is King Von. I'm from O Block. Shit, King Von dead. I don't know. I don't know if he came back from the grave. As eerie as that nigga was, shit, he probably did. Let me see who else. Stuck in Carbonite says that Kendrick album is straight fire. I got a half and half response on it. I'm talking about GNX. I like on that Kendrick album. I like If This World Was Mine. The Luther Vandross joint they cut up. I like the Heart. I guess it was part 5. That's pretty cool. Um, it's been a couple of weeks since I listened to it, but I had around the time I was like, oh, I got the track, so that I listened to it. But I give it half and half. Um, and it's a half and half album to me because half that joint says Stuck in Carbonite says there's 2 tracks I'll skip, but the rest is heat. I don't know necessarily if there were songs I would skip, but um I'm trying to place it how I was thinking about it. Half the album is soulful, and half the album is on his new vibe. His new vibe is just straight West Coast shit. So like in the new school type West Coast, like that's what it was. The half of the album is that DJ Mustard vibe that he got. That new DJ Mustard vibe that he picked up. So I'm still that's still taking a little bit of time to grow on me, but the half of the side of the album that's soulful, that's that Kendrick I like right there. That reminds me of Damn. That reminds me of Good Kid, Mad City, man. Jamie Lynn says I'm over here messing with the Doc Knock now that showed up today. I love this figure already. I missed out on the first, but this new version was well worth the wait. It says coming out the corner, connecting right and left blows. Ding, ding, ding. Down goes Savage Land. Nicholas, what's good with you, fam? What's good with you, man? Y'all guys pick up anything new out there, man? Like I said, straight Carbonite got straight to it. This is the only thing I grabbed right here, man. But 23 bucks, I don't see how anybody could pass up on this. I actually like this set. I jumped on it because I didn't have one on card because I wanted a mint on card for my Night Force. Um, and when they were 39 bucks, I got one because I brought one when it initially came out, And then I got this $39 one, but this one for $23. Shit, I picked up two more. And the reason why, because I was looking for some extra ones anyway, so I could in the future kit bash or customize at least Falcon, because he has that Outback body, man, and that's one of the better bucks in the GI Joe classified. Bobby World, yeah, it is a better Falcon figure, man. I definitely can rock with that. Stuck in Carbonite, I got this from 80stees.com. I mean, I probably got like 30 GI Joe shirts, and they all came from 80stees.com. They feel good too, nice, stretchy material. Sometimes I like thick t-shirts, but then I like thin t-shirts too. This is not thin, but it's got a nice fit on it. Stuck in Carbonite says, I got my Falcon 2-pack, Holocron, Ahsoka, and Night Owl Mando arriving later on this week. That's what's up. I ain't brought no Black Series in a minute. Swift Shot says, I'm still waiting for that Super 17 from BBTS. Whoa. I hope I'm saying this, or as Alos Mon says, greetings from North Korea. Greetings, fam. Greetings, damn. That's what's up. USA Goda says, Savage Land 8815. What if you were forced to play Squid Games? I've seen that. I haven't really seen that, but I guess it's like Hunger Games or like The Running Man and shit. I don't know. If I was forced to play it, I guess I gotta play them off. I guess I gotta kill somebody to survive. Shit. Nicholas E says, Jamie Lynn Parks, I copped the Doc Knock 2 from NYCC, canceled the one I had on pre-order, and was able to get it in person. Glad they finally sitting them out. I don't know what y'all guys are talking about. When y'all say Doc Knock, are y'all meaning like Doc Ock or what is that? Blade says, how many push-ups can you do in a row? I don't know. I haven't done them in a long time. Infinity says, picked up them Super 7s TMT, and the wife got the Falcon 2-pack for me. What are you talking about? Like the 2014 Super 7? I mean, TMT everybody's been talking about? Because after a while, I stopped looking at Turtles, so I know they have like the 2000s versions that you start going into, but I really have no desire to get them, but everybody was talking about those ones. I think they came out in 2012, like the cartoon or whatever media iteration. Aos Mon says, I hope I'm saying that too, North Korea. I'm just calling you North Korea. What's the quote of the day? I don't know. I really don't have no quote of the day, but I will say this at the end of my live stream. I'll make sure I say a nice prayer for you. Stuck in Carbonite says, only reason I bought those Black Series because they were dirt cheap, 5 and 7. Yeah. You know what? I being that you say that, Carbonite, the last Black Series I brought was from Ollie's. It was Miggs Mayfield, for like $10. And that's the only time I guess I'm really been picking up Black Series. At one time I was fucking with Black Series, but especially they robots and shit like that. I like fucking with those. But I haven't really been on Black Series like that in a minute. Says, I like the new Captain America. Swiftshot says, I like the new Captain America, but I hate it doesn't have butterfly joints. It would be a lot better figure. I think the next time they come around, they need to go ahead and update his articulation, which I have that one, but it's in my BBTS pile of loot. That is a good figure. Just as it sits, it is a good figure. I love those Captain Americas, but I do think it's time for an articulation upgrade. Okay, Nicholas E says Mezco, Dr. Nocturnal. I don't get too deep into the Mezcos. I guess that's the damn, I forgot the name, but like they Gomez and all that. I guess that's their in-brand type stuff. But the Mezcos I do get, they're worth it. I like Mezco. I'm just not a huge Mezco guy. Rumble Society. That's what it is. Rumble Society. They in-house joint. Oh, Crash Spike says I just picked up 2 more of those Twilight Guard 2-packs because of your top 10 list. Hey, that guard is fire, man. That guard is definitely fire. I went back on BBTS and just did a pre-order for like 5 more because I always wanted 10 of them. I didn't want anything crazy with those because I could just deal with 10 of those core commanders like the Steel Brigade or Steel whatever those guys are. Um, those are not horrible figures. But you know, it's almost like they're forcing you to get that. And if I get 10 Twilight, I can deal with 10 of those Steel Commanders. That Steel Brigade. That's gonna be my Steel Brigade because you know, of course, the ones that came out like a year, 2 years ago just suck. But Twilight Guard is fire. It's sold out on Hasbro Pulse. I don't know if it's gonna come back up on that. I thought eventually I'll be able to get them on sale or something. But they're over at BBTS if anybody's looking for those. But I'm glad you looked at my top 10, man, because that was one of the things I wanted to get out there. That figure is fucking fire. Okay, that shit is that's a tough classified new character too. I believe he's new. Metro says, "What's behind me?" I'm working on a new episode of the table. Finally, I'm gonna start doing something with the Dragonfly. So, just I started working on it yesterday, and this is kind of like the opening scene here. Just them kind of gathering at like a little powwow out in the woods, out in the jungle. You know, they got a makeshift helipad and stuff like that going on, man. So I'm just starting, just trying to get the juices back going. Floyd Williams, what up? Swift Shot says, my quote of the day, don't let them play with you. Crash out if you feel like it. Swift Shot, I don't feel like talking shit to nobody right now. When they get to talking damn stupid, I will say some quick shit to them. But great quote. I thank you for answering that for me. uh, hey, look, stuck Carbonite, man. I love the Black Series too, man. But I've lost my passion for it because I'm not like necessarily a huge Star Wars guy, and you can tell because my favorite Star Wars is really like the first movies, but like the second set of movies. You know, the late '90s, early 2000s shit. You know, those are the ones that that uh that I gravitate to, man, because the first set of Star Wars joints, like when I was a kid, I didn't really just care for them too much, man. It was a little too slow for me. Ferg 505 says unsubscribe. Well, I'm sorry for you, my friend. I'm sorry about that. Nicholas E, the Falcon and Coral 2-pack for 23 and Jinx for 10 were steals. I didn't see the Jinx for 10, but I brought it for 17 back in December because, you know, they were just random deals. I think the best deal I came across in December was Night Creepers for $12. That was the best deal, flat out of everything. I say the next best deal in December was the Road Pig for $30, which I brought one of those 2 weeks ago because on Amazon it went down to $30 again. But I got played, man. They sent me a who they sent to me? My man with the blasters and shit. He was a good figure, man. But I didn't want that, so I had to send that back to Amazon. So I got a $30 credit. I got a Xandar up for pre-order. So when that comes up, I'll just use it on that. Infinity Toys said the Super 7 TMT based on the original figures. My local toy store had a good deal on them. Oh, okay, okay. That must be the ones that you seen that was on my shelf. Those are my favorite ones. Like the original Playmates. Those 4 turtles. You just can't tell me that those aren't a great set of turtles. Besides the NECA movie turtles, and I've been seeing a lot about those Mezco Ninja Turtles. Those just a little bit too expensive for me, man. So I never got those. Those are like $600 now, but they started off at $400, like $100 a piece. Ferg 505 says shame. I don't know what's going on with you, man, but damn, man, it's gonna be all right, man. It's gonna be all right, Fergie. Hollywood says go Joe. I know that's right. Ferg, I was just playing. I'm back subscribed, my man. I like I said, I don't know, man. I hope everything all right with you. Crash Spike 22. I got 6 of the Steel Brigade, laughing out loud, and I might get 2 more, but 10 is wild. Yeah, but I have no choice because they come with the Twilight Guard. Now I'm not talking about those old ones, those old 2-pack with the guy and the girl. I'm talking about the ones that come with that Twilight Guard, because that's actually a good figure, man. It's actually got a good body on it. It's just like not something everybody's crazy over. I'm not too crazy over the colors, but they have grown on me, like that purple, green, and gold. But the buck on that, when you seriously look at the buck, how it moves around, the articulation, that's actually a decent figure. I wouldn't knock it, but they making me buy the shit. You know what I'm saying? Swift Shot says, laughing out loud. You know I like to stir the pot a little. It's all gravy. It's all gravy. Crash Spike says 2 more guards. I mean, Santino Mateo Jonas Lopez Viejo Verde. Man, I need to learn how to speak Spanish, man. I was watching this guy, and if y'all care, y'all check this channel out. It's called Black in China. It's a guy on YouTube, and he speaks fluent Mandarin. He has a Chinese wife. He lives over in China, and boy, he be fucking them up. He be going to the market, sai si. He be speaking and shit, whatever he be saying, man. But it's a beautiful thing to see. He's not from America. He's from Cameroon, I believe, Africa. But he has like a British accent. And you know, a lot of them Africans, they go up to Europe and stuff. I don't know if he spent time in Europe, but when he talks, he sounds like he's from Europe. But I know that there's a lot of European influence on Africa, especially North Africa. But Black in China. Check that shit out on YouTube. I watched that for like an hour, man. It's just an interesting thing, man, to hear him speak fluid Chinese, speak that Mandarin like that, man, and move around through China. Swift Shot Autobot says, "Shit, you see the shots I've been shooting in some people's comments." Man, I don't blame you. Sometimes, man, you know, this, like, people be saying some crazy shit, man, and you just be wanting to get at them and shit, man. But I just do it diligently, man. For the most part, I let shit go over past me. But sometimes, hey, people get to me. This got to be a bot. This motherfucker don't even have a real name. Are you Mia Khalifa, man? Stop watching the fucking Pornhub too much, man. Damn, yo, you start see, and this how this freak off shit start happening. Motherfuckers start watching too much Pornhub and shit, and then looking at me and start getting like these crazy ideas and shit, man. You should have jacked off before you came here. John Battle says Walmart has the Ninja still on sale, 12, and the Night Force 2-pack, $24. Which ninjas they got on sale for 12? You talking the Night Creepers, John? Because they went back up. I might jump on there and go grab me a couple of them shits. And if anybody watching the Steelers Ravens game, man, let me know how that ended up. I know the Ravens looked like they was gonna get the best of the Steelers. But I wanted to see the end of that, man. But I'm on my phone. Messi or Ronaldo, I don't know. They one and the same, man. I'm not a big football guy. You know, I'll watch the World Cup and shit like that, man. But I don't know. I'm not a soccer guy. Messi or Ronaldo is kind of like one and the same to me, fam. Dreadnought, what's good with you? TF Hustler, yeah, TF Hustler, what's going on with you, fam? Herb, what's good? What's good, killer? Switchside says, I try to let it slide, but then I remember my quote of the day. I feel you on that. Get him. Damn, John, but I gotta check that out because I've been looking to see if that popped back up again. John, what was that today that you seen those Night Creepers pop back up for 12? Firehook says Ravens whooping that ass. Hey, yeah, look, the Ravens seem like they was a little bit too much for the Steelers, man. Steelers putting up a good fight, trying to stay in there. Okay, I see your message, John. I gotta get on there as soon as I get off of here. That is one hell of a steal. $12 for Night Creepers. Like Night Creeper is a dope ass action figure. Yeah, Crash Spike. Yeah, like last thing I'm thinking of is picking up another Dragonfly. Yeah, I wish I would have ordered two out the gate, man. I just didn't have the money at the time, man. It was a great deal, 275 for that. I mean, the Dragonfly is a very very nice vehicle. I definitely can mess with that. And I'm about to my max um weight classified HasLab. Depending on what they come out with this year, I don't even know if I want a Sky Striker HasLab. I don't know if I want. I'm just not a too huge of a fan of a Sky Striker. I bought the 118 scale one, but to have one that huge at 112 scale, I don't know. Now if they got a whale coming out this year, I think I might grab that. And I usually grab multiple. Like I grabbed two Rattlers. This Dragonfly, I only grabbed one because that's all I could afford. Just some crazy shit that happened around that time, some major shit, and I really kind of squeaked that out. But my man Woody, I think he gonna sell me another Rattler, and I brought three his tanks, and I ain't gonna front with the idea with the his tank selling one off when I got one, but when I got him in, I was like, man, shit, I'm opening up all these motherfuckers. I got one min on card. That was the original idea to keep one min on card and one out. But shit, I opened up both of them motherfuckers, man. I don't plan on selling them. Dreadnought says 2814 Ravens Way. Cool. Rob says, hey, Savage Land, I wish Hasbro or any line would make highly articulated animals. Been waiting for some for a long time. I mean, they kind of actually do with the GI Joe classified line, but I think I know what you're talking about. Like, far as just a separate line of just animals. Only thing the company I know that came close to that was the Hammond collection, with Mattel with the Jurassic Park, like the Raptors and all that. Like those were dope. You know what I'm saying? Our bendy wire articulated tails, the joints move well, articulated jaws and everything like that, man. So that's a great idea. But you almost kind of get that with the classified line because shit, now I might do next year top 10 of GI Joe classified animals because we were about to have enough of them, especially with the polar bear coming. Say I have dibs on wearing that quick kick shirt to Joe Fest. Man, I got plenty of them, man. Like I say, I need to go to 80stees.com. Now it's gonna say some crazy shit like these shits cost like $40 a piece. But for the most part, just wait because they have sales like 30-40% off, and you can get this. Usually I pay about around 25 bucks for these shirts, man. I have like 30 of them, man. To be quite honest with you. I got a lot of GI Joe t-shirts. Swish shot you up to something, man, because you still stuck on that shit. He says, honestly, I'm not even spraying randomly. It's just really one creator I have an issue with. I guess in my mind, I kind of know who you talking about. Night Creepers are 29. Was that's on the Walmart site, Dreadnought? John Battle says, I'm pulling it up for you now. Oh, okay. Dreadnought says Snake Eyes movie Night Creepers are 14. And, hey, and look, yes, don't get it confused with that because I think one day I was looking like, oh shit, they back again, and I had to look, and he was just looking kind of like some 5 POA type shit, and I was like, okay, that must have been that Snake Eyes movie, but no, I got classified for 12. But Walmart does crazy shit like that randomly. Like last year, I brought the Snake Eyes and Timber version 2 pack. That's with the White Wolf. It has no plastic on it. Those were like $12 or $14 last year. I brought like 4 of them shits. Mainly to build the wolf. You know what I'm saying? So I can have several white wolves, man. But Walmart will do crazy shit like that during December. If you ever want to catch up on your classified collecting, not unless it's some type of exclusive or something like that, December, the end of November, December, and maybe about a week into January, everybody is like unloading classified. I know last year there was more companies doing it. Like GameStop had some great deals. Um, Best Buy had some great deals, but they were wasn't kind of in the scene this year. It was really just kind of Amazon and Walmart. Target a little bit, but Target always kind of has great deals throughout the year. But Target last year was on some shit too. But this year it was really just Amazon and Walmart, the kind of two just kind of firing off, just giving you different little deals on classified. John says I sent the info to. I'm gonna have to check it out, John. But I believe with my man Dread Knight that might be movie night creepers. Crash Spike says, "Yeah, I didn't cop that Rattler off rip. I wish I had that boy going to be 600 once secondary gets it. I can see it being that. I can see it being that. I don't. What's the price of the Dragonfly? Has that got up to some crazy number yet?" Herb says, "I got a mom and pop store that has 2 Dragonflies left. He'll let them go for the low if you pay in cash." Herb, you from NYC though. Y'all got a lot of I believe you from New York, in New York City. I believe they have a lot of stores like that up there, you know, like just still like good comic and toy stores that you can just go check out. Herb saying, "My God, the store still has 3." I got a trade coming up. Y'all might think this trade is crazy, but I'm gonna trade one of my partners, man. I'm gonna trade my Galactus for a Dragonfly because Galactus been sitting over in that box for a couple of years now. I was gonna open them up, man, but I had dough just to throw around there, and I just brought that Galactus because I just didn't want to fucking miss out. But it's gonna come in handy because I believe I'm gonna play with that Dragonfly more than Galactus, and I already have several giant fucking men in here. I'm just not a huge Galactus fan like that, man. So I'm gonna do a swap with one of my partners. But I still might get another Dragonfly just to have one man on card. But I don't know. We'll see. Dreadnought says, "I brought a shirt like that from China, but he's called Dick Kick." Clint says, "You know I'm teasing, but seriously, Saturday at Joe Fest, I'm wearing that shirt." Quick Kick is the GOAT, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, man, I already got my room reserved for Joe Fest this year. I made sure that I got a room actually in the hotel. But last year I was kind of moving on the fly. Shout out to Mython. Mython ain't been around in a minute, man. I guess he's kind of giving the social media thing a break, man. But he went to the Joe Fest in Dallas, and he was like, "Hey, look, man, I got this ticket, man. You want it?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" Because he asked me if I brought a ticket. I was like, "Nah," which I had planned on buying one, but he caught me in the right time because I was probably gonna do it, kind of like a week after, he actually hit me, man. So, and then like I had to make it work. You know, I made an episode on it, if you guys seen it. I drove my box truck down there and did because I had a run to Atlanta. I was trying to make some money on the way down there because I couldn't afford just to go like that. But this year should be very different. I got me a room down there already, so don't have to pay for it until that weekend, man. So I'm locked and loaded. At least if I can see right now. John Battle said it's the classified, bro. I gotta check that out as soon as I get off of here. Clint says, "Sunday I'm wearing the Crimson Twins team. If you show up, we can be T-shirt twins." I never got a Crimson Twins one. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the shirt because it's not like this. This right here is so fucking iconic. Just that bold GI Joe font, the explosion in the background, the character, and that's where I got a few that I brought from there. That's not necessarily these, but they're dope. But this is mostly what I'm looking for. This is hard to fucking beat right here. Those 30 shirts, if I could eliminate all the other t-shirts in my collection, I would wear those 30 shirts for the rest of my fucking life, to be quite honest with you. Herb says, Crash Spike, that's how I got my second one. Squishshot says, "See, that's the funny part. It's not the Rage Bait, Mr. Rage Bait 300. It's the other guy That is super negative. Oh, I gotta see. I don't know, Swift Shot, man. You gotta work that out, man. You gotta work that out. And then at the same time, man, you gotta think, man, all this shit is entertainment, man. No matter which way people decide to go about this shit, man. Some people just look at it as entertainment. You know what I'm saying? I look at it as entertainment as myself, but I don't know, man. If my realness sometimes come off as being boring or whatnot, man, just because I just can't help it. You know what I'm saying? I can't, live in two worlds, be one way and then one way, the other way, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I always speak my mind on things, and try to be as truthful as I possibly can. Dreadnought says Amazon always has deal on Joe's. Yeah, throughout the year you have to stay up with Amazon, man, because I mean they'll cut the price on shit. Because I need to get another General Hawk, and for some odd reason I don't know, I might just bite the bullet. He right now he's still $25 in certain spots, but I just don't want him to kind of slip away. Because if you look at the original Rock and Roll, the one with the tattoos, that motherfucker done got up to like $60. You know what I'm saying? They got the green one coming out, but I'm like, yo, why did he jump up like that? Dreadnought says super negative, you say. Crash Spot, you must be talking about a Dragonfly. Still around 400. It's not as wild as the his tank was when it came out. Yeah, I would figure that. John Battle says Best Buy dropped their Hasbro dealings. Okay. Crash Spike said that's wild, but I get it. Galactus gotta go. Yeah, I mean, look, Galactus is a fucking work of art. Trust me, I sat down and thought about this shit. I was like, you know what? And the way I worked it out to where it was an even swap, man. But I was like, man, look, I'm good. Because when I thought about it, I was like, this Galactus was not here, would I really be like, man, I need to go out and get that? You know what I'm saying? I think I'd rather go get Giant Man than Galactus if I didn't have, Galactus here. And I was like, well, which one am I gonna get? And I just think far as it really come down now to playability. I'm like, what are you actually going to use? Because be honest with you, just to have that Galactus will be like, yo, I got Galactus. You know what I'm saying? And for me, some people are really into that side of Marvel, but I never really was really into that. I'm not even really into Fantastic Four like that. I like the Thing. I think that's my favorite guy out of Fantastic Four, but like you say, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like shit. Let me go and get it. Basically, just do a swap, get me another Dragonfly, and call it a day. Oh, okay. So I'm from NY, but I'm in Maryland now. No doubt, no doubt. DMV. Swift Shot, you up to something, man? What you got in your sleeve there, man? You got a blade in your sleeve, man? He says, Dreadnought K6, take a guess. I'll tell you if you're right. Herb, I'll see you there, fam. Hopefully, man, if everything is cool, I should definitely be able to make it this year. Because last year was like in fucking dire straits. It was really a blessing, man, because like I said, I got the episode up on the channel, man, when I was heading down there, man, like the day before, like one of my hydraulic lines blew out and shit. And I'm like, man, what the hell, man? So it was looking like I wasn't gonna be able to make it, but perseverance, I got there. So this year I should be definitely straight. I'm set up. I got a room in the hotel that they having it in, man. So I hope to see you there, fam, because it's really a cool thing, man. I just really was walking around vibing, shot, spent my hour or two shooting content, man. The rest of the time I was enjoying myself, man. Be quite honest with you. Dreadnought K6 says Crimson Cobra Commander Triple C. Oh, he's guessing now. Here's Johnny. You on parole? Nope. I've only been locked up, man, for one day. I've never been on parole, probation, anything. And I was an habitual crime fucking law breaker, man. But certain motherfuckers need to be out in the street. Certain motherfuckers don't, man. And if you out there continuously going to jail and shit like that, you really need to get the fuck on out the way. You know what I'm saying? That life is not made for you. So no, sir. I'm not on parole. I'm retired. Dreadnought K6. I'm thinking of going to Joe Fest in Georgia this year, but I'm not sure if I can afford it. My buddy lives in Athens. I know this new one that a lot of the Valiverse side of guys they go to is in Dallas. You know, that's where they base gonna have make run they base out of. And I mean, I would go to that, but shit, I live in North Carolina, so for me to dip to Augusta is like 3 hours tops. You know what I'm saying? So I really could make that trip. I could really not even have a hotel, go home every day and shoot back and forth, which I'm not gonna do that, but it's so much easier for me just to go to that one. And then you still got a lot of hard hitters there, man. Um, fucking Ramen Toys showed up, which that was huge. That was the best booth to me. Um, AWalk, Animals Warrior Kingdom showed up. The people who did Robo Skull showed up. Monster Force people, no, not Monster Force and showed up, but Big Bad Toy Store representative showed up. You had pretty much every big gun there besides Hasbro. So it was straight. I thought it would be a lot bigger, but in my head, I'm thinking it's gonna be on some Comic Con shit. But it was a good showing. And then upstairs, they had a whole bunch of stuff going there. Like Seth Green was up there, from Robot Chicken, and from other movies and shit like that. But I went nowhere near up there. I didn't really give a fuck to go up there. They got a lot of panels and shit. I was really on the floor, just meeting people and surprised myself that people knew me and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of fun, man. I was really just kicking. That's probably what I'm gonna do this year. I probably won't, not unless I'm invited up there or something. But I'm not going up fucking stairs. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go up there. I'd rather be on the floor looking at all the different toys, shoot my little content, and then other than that, just walking around chilling, man. Oh yeah, yeah, Swift shot, yeah, no doubt, man. Look, I've been hopping in and out of hotels for a long time and traveling, man. So yeah, I know when I get down there, you got to pay your hotel fees and all that shit, man. But it was a cool thing because at the time when I booked it, like I booked this shit like way back in this summer and shit. I was like, let me go ahead and reserve this room, and that's a cool thing. You know what I'm saying? It's for me to go ahead and pull that because I didn't have the fucking money. Like, and that shit was kind of expensive for a room too, like $300 a night. I only got 2 nights, and that shit was like $600. But it's cool because I'd rather have that luxury just to walk down to the floor or whatnot. And it's for an event. Like other than that, I don't want to be anywhere else in fucking Augusta. I'm not saying like it's horrible like that, but I haven't. What the fuck else I'm doing in Augusta? That shit look just like my little shitty ass city. Road keeper, what's good with you? Who's white people? How you must be a bot or something, yo. But hey, I appreciate you coming in because you help boosting my numbers. Why don't you make sure you leave a like too? Here's Johnny. Just to let you know, Johnny, I'm a property owner, several property owner. So this is my house, nigga. Boy, they got a lot of fucking bot people in here. Switch shot, get these motherfuckers. Yeah, Dreadnought. I see that people trolling every now and then, man. I guess people jump in here because when I first jumped on here, man, a lot of people used to come in trolling and shit. And then for a minute there, I didn't see nobody. That shit kind of died down. But to me, to be honest with you, man, I really could care less. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, they got people. It's showing as motherfuckers in here on my chat, so it's helping me out, and really in the long run. Savage Land, you got to work that out, Swift Shot. Me, nah, fuck that. It's on site for every figure review that reminds me of them. But nah, I'll tell you about well, maybe you was talking about an earlier comment. I'll tell you about these damn trolls. I got my motherfucking comment section, man. Just saying stupid shit. Hustle, what's good with you, man? What up with you, family? Dreadnought said, "Switch shot. Give me a hint." Crash Spike says that rock and roll is fire. I didn't know he was 60, and I agree about General Hawk. He is one of my favorites. Yeah, Galactus is for bragging only. Not unless you're really into Galactus. I mean, it's a great looking toy, especially with the scope and what he come with. And I also worked out the thing too. I wanted one figure out of that, and that was one of his heralds. He's not made of rock, but he looks like the thing, and he has kind of like that sickle. That's a sick ass looking figure. I always that was like one of my favorite looking figures. When I looked at that whole setup, man. But Galactus is cool, but I'm just not a I'm just not a huge guy, man. I just really brought that shit just to have it in the collection. Like, yeah, he's over there in the corner, man. But like I said, I have several huge fucking action figures in here that can serve a dominant purpose. You know what I'm saying? And then plus, I got 3 Sentinels coming. This coming up fall or whatnot. I already got one huge Sentinel, and I might go on eBay and buy me a Giant Man. To be quite honest with you, man. Yeah, Herb. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, and that's what it came down to, man. I was like, shit, man. I fuck with my classifies more, and in the long run, as far as just a toy, having the playability of that dragonfly, 2 dragonflies, you know what I'm saying. I think I would enjoy that more than the Galactus. Not saying I wouldn't enjoy the Galactus, but I think I would fuck with my Sentinel more than the Galactus. You know what I'm saying? And that Galactus, like I said, is dope, man. He's got the skull face, and that's the way I was gonna. I wasn't even gonna do him as a regular Galactus. I was gonna display him with the fucking skull face and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was just gonna have him on some other shit. Like I even brought a whole kind of like setup for him. Like I had Watcher and all these people, man. But I'm really good. I'm good. So it'll be a good thing, man, because my partner was really looking forward to that Galactus, and he was looking to go on eBay and pay that astronomical amount for him, man. I was like, well, shit, man, I got one I ain't opened. He got a dragonfly he ain't open. Let's do the exchange, man. Well, this just came a mystery. I want to know too. Swift shot says Dreadnought K6. Nah, not him. I'll give you a hint. He doesn't collect just one line or franchise. Sometimes his figure reviews are literally the only reviews on a figure, and I still refuse to watch it. Kyle Peterson, no, Kyle collects everything, and that motherfucker's a machine. He definitely ain't worried about being a positive or negative. He just worried about opening up fucking figures. Herb says your footage looked dope. Definitely want to experience it. Yeah, man. A lot of people, man, said I put out some pretty good footage, man. So I hopefully I did a good job on that, man. Because like I said, I was just really kicking back and enjoying the show. And I didn't spend all day like doing footage. I did my rounds. I did a live round, and then I did a recorded round. And after that, man, I was just kind of enjoying myself. I want to get back to that $5 3 3/4 Joe bin that everybody was digging in, and get me some more Joes. And that's the way I want to collect my 3 3/4. I was gonna get the Super 7 ones, man, but I don't think I want to fuck with it. Not unless I just see something I really want to get, but I haven't heard really great reviews on them. And I said this from the get go. Like, if I'm gonna get 3 3/4, I'm going for vintage. I don't care if they beat up. I don't care if they loose. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes that's the way I collect. Like, sometimes even with comic books, like, I'll have some beat up comics that I just brought, man. And it's because, it doesn't really matter to me. I wanted them. Not necessarily like that, like what the Skull and Kree War. That's really not a set of comic books like set up as a volume. It's just a bunch of different comics jumping through different uh comic book storylines, like from different artists or different characters. And all those comics I have, that Kree and scroll storyline. Like some of them shits beat, some of them shits got holes in the front of them, but you know, I don't care. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, okay, Swift Shot. You said, yeah, I work in the hotel industry. So if you have any questions, let me know. Well, I forgot what name of that hotel that Joe Fest is at. I think it's a Hilton. It might be a Marriott. It might be either one of them. Yo, what up with you, man? BX Medic. Yes, everything is all good in the new year, man. I'm kind of starting the new year off, not necessarily a little shaky, but you know, we kind of pivoted here, but it has been good, man. Some good things have happened. So it looks like my year should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. Swiftshot says, I feel you, fam. The fact that people are starting to troll means they're upset at your success. Keep shining, brother. Trolls tend to hate like yours. Yeah. You know, trolls live under bridges, man. So they don't see much light. But man, you know, like I said, really at the end of the day, shit, you know, they helping out they helping out the channel views. Be quite honest with you. K Bell says, you know you made it when you have haters. Roll Keeper says at Herb Lane, we're practically neighbors. Sup at BMX 33. K Bill, I ordered two Cobra Jets. And then I'm planning on buying another one, just a jet. Uh I think Woody Triple Deuce said he was gonna let me get one, man. So three altogether. I'll have one mint on card because I have a thing where I do collect the GI Joe vehicles mint on card. I don't double up on all the figures like I used to. Like 1 through 100, I was on a quest um, to get you know, a mint on card and a loose, so I could just have a solid collection. So 1 through 100, even double zero Snake Eyes, I have all that mint on card. But then you know now with figures that I like sporadically, like Road Pig. I got a mint on card of him. The Night Creeper, I got a mint on card. The new Storm Shadow, but I'm not going after every figure and like, okay, I need to double up on this figure, man. But the GI Joe vehicles, because they come out like sparingly, like I will, if I can, get a mint on card of each one of those. Same time, Shane, what's going on with you, family? What's going on with you, brother? You doing all right on this Saturday? Y'all get much snow down there? We got like a lot of sleet here, which Atlanta got look like they got a little snow. Everybody got a little snow, but by the time it kind of came up to North Carolina, it turned to sleet, which is great. It melted by this morning, to be quite honest with you, even a little bit of sleet, but it was like ice rain. But that's a North Carolina winter right there, like ice rain and shit like that. Hustle. I haven't checked in a minute, man. I know one time I looked, he was probably up there like maybe like between 5 and 6. He probably dropped back down to 500 for the eBay price on that Galactus, man. You know, far as those HasLabs, the aftermarket price on them, um, only ones I ever seen like getting to the thousands is like that Sail Barge, like them early ones, maybe Unicron, something like that. I know that fucking that Mandalorian, that ship he got. I know that got up there because not a lot of people brought them. You know what I'm saying? Like people were kind of skeptical on them shits. Them shits didn't get. I don't think them shits got into like the 20,000s or anything like that. They were more like in between 10,000 and 20,000 units that were made. Swift Shot says Savage. I have talked about him multiple times in past live streams. Are you talking about my man? What's his name? Shit, Anthony's Customs. That's who you mad at, like that Swift Shot. Hey, Crash Spike, man. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. Hey, you stay up, man. Stay up. I appreciate you coming and hang out for a little bit, family. Shit, Rogue, even Herb look like y'all close neighbors there, man. Hustle says the higher 118 Joes look tremendous. I've thought about getting into that line, and then something tells me like, I'm good. I'm good. They do though. They're basically they are mini classified figures, basically. But they're overseas figures. Like you can get them from special places. But I thought about it, but I don't know. Maybe I end up getting one, just to see what's up. But I don't know what always stops me from actually purchasing one. I think at one time BBTS had them up for sale. I know like places like Entertainment Earth, you can probably get them too. But they do look tremendous. They're basically mini classifieds. Sometimes they even look a little bit more refined than classified. Yeah, I'm kind of late on the thing of Swift Shot, but I think I figured out who you talking about. He says, I'll give another hint. This figure reviewer will constantly bash figures for things like squeaky noises when you pose them, but this creator never does anything with the figures besides review them. Yeah, you talking about Anthony's Customs, man. Dreadnought K6 says hassle. They are hot, they are hit or miss, but overall they are cool. Yeah, yeah, Swift Shot. I figured it out. I figured it. I'm a little bit behind on the joint. TF Hustler says, Savage, my main collection is Transformers. I collect GI Joe and He-Man. Have you seen the 4-foot Metroplex Transformer? No, no, I haven't. I'm not a huge Transformer guy. I have a few. Matter of fact, my man Woody Triple Deuce had the Megatron that I put him on to up there in the Optimus. That I put him on. But those Transformers don't even transform. If I do fuck with Transformers, I'm like one of the ones like I will buy a Transformer that doesn't transform. I'll just take him in his robot form and shit. But I haven't seen the Metroplex. I feel you same time. That shit can get expensive, man. Doubling up is too rich. Okay, see, I didn't get anything down in Florida yet because this was a weird one, man. This snowstorm came all the way up in Arkansas, Alabama, and everything, man, all the way up in Atlanta. But by the time it got to the coast, it pretty much died off. Which Florida is pretty much, the coast. I mean, it's not a wide state, but it's long. But so pretty much by the time it hit the East Coast here, and I'm only about an hour, maybe a little bit over an hour from the coast myself, maybe about an hour and 30 minutes from Wilmington, an hour and 30 from Myrtle Beach. By the time it got here, it pretty much turned to rain. Yeah, Swift Shot, man. That's the entertainment part of him, man. You got to dissect that shit because he would say the collector part of me, it's cool with me, but then he'll go into his reviewer side of that shit. He doesn't really bother me like that. Sometimes when he be doing shit, I be like, all right, man, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I can decipher the two, because be honest with you, once he had said that a couple years ago, like the collector part in me, you know what I'm saying? He loves the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, all right, I get it now. Dreadnought K6 says, laughing out loud. I don't think I ever seen his vids. Like that's the crazy thing about YouTubers. Like they could be like a big time YouTuber, and not unless you initially like watch one or maybe start watching videos that's kind of almost like his, they'll never ever show you them shits. Like, cause I remember I used to come across people because man, I didn't get put onto YouTube until my wife put me on like 2019. I was like, people watch YouTube for like, to watch the shit, and then lo and behold, I'm watching this shit, and lo and behold, I'm on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like years later and shit. But that's how I used to start with me. Like it started off with I think it's the first review I ever seen was Shardaman's Prime, and then kind of D Amazing kind of came along. Then it started churning out these motherfuckers like Bug, and then all these motherfuckers. Then I'm starting coming like, damn, this dude got a lot of subscribers. I ain't never seen this motherfucker before. Until now, I pretty much seen. I still ain't seen everybody because there's still realms like like we don't even go into. Like if you're not a car guy, like you're not a Hot Wheels guy, like you won't ever really see those people. But there's people out here who collect Hot Wheels with like 40, 50,000, subscribers. So that's crazy. But once you like, if you like circulate in his pool, then they'll start showing them. Um, I'm sorry, guy. I gotta eat these gummy bears, man. They're just too good. Shagan says, "Get the cocoa. He's different from classified." You talking about the higher joint, right? 3 star. What's going on with you, family? Yeah, Jordan. I kind of seen that. Like so many things is becoming. I was like, that must be an autocorrect. I hate that shit, man. Like it's almost like a phone like too smart for you. That it's so smart, it's fucking stupid. Like why the fuck would I say that? You know what I'm saying? That shit pisses me off. 3 star says we got about 4 inches here in Middle Tennessee. Yeah, yeah. You guys got hit up. Like it came through the South, but it came like the mid South. And like I said, once it got over to the southern part, that's kind of to the coast, it just kind of started dying off, man. But I haven't seen it haven't snowed here in a while. To be quiet. Now it snows in North Carolina because we have 3 different regions. We got coastal, Piedmont, and mountains. Of course, it's always fucking snowing in the mountains. And some of the higher parts of the Piedmont, which that's the middle part I live in, but I live like kind of in the southern part of it. But up near like Greensboro, like they'll get a lot of they'll at least snow like once or maybe twice in Greensboro uh throughout the year. But as far as in Fayetteville, I haven't seen snow in a long time. Hustle says y'all cold states ecosystem need to relax. It's too cold in Miami right now. What was I watching? I think I was watching the Orange Bowl the other day, and it said it was like 50 degrees down there, and that's cold for Florida. 54 degrees and shit. Who was playing? I think Notre Dame and then was playing in the Orange Bowl the other day. Swift Shot Autobot says Anthony Whack Ass Customs will continue to catch shots from me until he either stops shitting on things for stupid reasons or starts doing something with figures he buys, man. He's already a machine, man. He's just getting and reviewing them, man. But like I said, I can decipher between the two when he's, talking about a figure or whatnot, man. But for the most part, it seems like he doesn't like anything. uh Same time says one more smoke and I gotta call it a night. Hey brother, I always appreciate you coming through and checking me out, family. For real, for real. Here we go with with another fucking troll. I was thinking about that shit earlier, but Storm Raider says Diddy. And I was thinking about that shit earlier. I was like, these motherfuckers stop talking about Diddy. I guess the gas must have ran out on him. Look, why don't y'all wait for the trial to come, and then you can get some new shit to talk about as far as Diddy. Dreadnought K6 says, I watch Woody, you, Aaron, 3 star, STT, and some others. Aluminum Hen is not my cup of tea. Yeah, and usually that's what I've noticed. Like, and well, not noticed, but I'm pretty sure if you watch me, then Woody will come up, Aaron will come up, maybe even Legend Series will come up. They'll have a pool for you that stuff will be popping up. Hustle says Hot Wheels community heavy. Those guys are too serious. I brought a Hot Wheels the other day. As a matter of fact, I brought a and that's the only thing I did. I brought a Hot Shot in the damn. I brought a Ninja Turtle figure. It was Slapshot Leo from the Ninja Turtle sports line, and then I brought a Hot Wheel. I brought the Batmobile, the George Clooney Batmobile, like the Roadster. He said, "Oh, trust me, I stopped watching his vids a long time ago. But every time I watch a reviewer that's better than him, I would instantly load my mag and let the chopper sing on it." 3 star says, "Talked to Hillbilly Harper earlier. He got a lot of foot in freezing rain in West Virginia. I'm pretty sure up in West Virginia because that whole state is pretty much mountain range, man. Did a lot of driving. Not a lot, but I've driven through West Virginia several times. Several. It's been a minute since I drove through West Virginia. Maybe about 7 years, but I definitely know what it's like to drive through there in the wintertime and everything. And I was trying to beat a snowstorm one time. I was in my fucking Challenger coming through West Virginia, trying to go back out to Colorado, man. I was like, yo, I gotta get the fuck out of here before this snow comes. I was hauling ass through that fucking windy shit, man. But I definitely didn't want to get caught up in that snow in a fucking Challenger with rear wheel drive with a powerful ass engine like that. It just screamed disaster, man. But I made it though. I beat it. Same time, Toy says it goes from 40s, feels like upper 20s, then it's 60s, 70s. Crazy shit. It's been a crazy winter, man, because I know that shit at the beginning of fucking December, that was some of the coldest shit I've experienced in a while, man. In a while. Probably since I've been in Colorado. But nothing's been colder than that. Colorado's not as bad as what you think, but there's been times in Colorado where I've came outside and it was -5. It was so bad I could feel my nose hairs when I was breathing in because they had frozen over and shit. BX Meta says, brother, I'm taking off. Had to work in the morning. Stay strong. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate you, family. I appreciate you coming to fuck with me, man. Hustle says, you seen the Mayfax Riddler? My guy looks like a used car salesman at the lot with a wavy balloon sign. I seen that Riddler at San Diego Comic Con. I didn't go, but I'm just talking about on TV. I don't think he had any paint apps yet, but I was waiting to see what he would look like, man. But I got to check him out. I think the toy I'm kind of waiting on to see is that Storm Collectibles Blanca. Um, I want to see what that looks like. I've seen a few reviews on them, but no like super good ones where they're doing a lot of good shit with them. Swiftshot says, I watch you, The Amazing Parallel Universe, and some SS3R guy. Life has gotten so much better since I stopped watching AC vids. No doubt, no doubt, man. I appreciate you fucking with me, man. For real. I haven't did a really review in a minute, man. I really have no desire to do one. But I think the next review I'm probably gonna do is Xandar. He's probably about to drop in like a week or two, and I think I'm definitely gonna fuck with him. And that's what I'll be doing. But that's what I do anyway. If I'm really trying to fuck with some shit and I really like it, then I'll do a review on it. I know maybe about a little bit over a year ago, so I would just do kind of reviews just to do them. But at the end of the day, I'm not a person who buys every fucking figure. You know what I'm saying? Like that stage, y'all didn't see that. I wasn't on fucking camera during that stage. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like that's all the shit that's in my garage that I need to fucking sell off. But there was once upon a time, man, I could do a Kyle Peterson on you and just fucking go through every fucking figure that pretty much came out, man. But for the past 3 years, that really hasn't been me. I'm kind of selective on what I get, because a lot of lines I've cut off, like Masterverse. I don't really buy any more of that. I don't really buy any He-Man Origins no more. And not because they're bad lines. It's just it has to be some type of cutoff point somewhere. Um, what else? Another line I used to get. I used to buy Mario, but I pretty much gotten everything that I wanted to get. I used to get a lot of Mayfax. I used to be buying Super Sevens. Pretty much a lot of shit I used to buy, man. I really just don't. I don't do it. I don't do it no more. I really just want to be kind of dedicated to classified and anything kind of like dealing around that. Like I still fuck with my Marvel Legends because henceforth the name the Savage Land. I'm an X-Men guy. But like I was looking at Robo earlier today with his show, the Robo Don't Know show, and he was just I was just looking like there's a new X-Men wave that came out. I'm like, nope, definitely not gonna get Husk. I already got Nightcrawler. And today, like, update Nightcrawler's body. I don't want Night Force Nightcrawler. Nope. I'm a Wolverine guy. I thought I would be buying all of the Wolverine variants, but no, I'm good on that too. I don't want what was it? the black and yellow Wolverine they got. Only figure I ordered out of that whole line was the X Factor Cyclops. That's the only one I'm getting, and that's what I'm gonna stick to. Now, if they come out with the rest of that team with like Human Beast, Jean Grey, where they had the full body suits, the big huge X going across, I'm game all day for that. But I might get Marrow, the girl, the blue and green, because she looks kind of good. But at the same time, I'll probably try to catch her on Amazon when she goes on sale, which she probably will. So that's where I'm at with Marvel Legends. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're doing great. They're doing phenomenal. I think I was probably one of the only ones. Not, I hate to say that, but one of the people kind of like sticking up for them during their downtime, because I'm like, it's still a good line. But people don't understand it. There's so much Marvel Legends that gets put out in a mass production. Like, even in the shitty years, about 2 years ago, there's still some good ones in there you can pick out. Now, if you're looking to buy every fucking Marvel Legend, you're gonna be disappointed. You know, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But Marvel Legends, especially now, I think it's still a great line. It's putting out great figures. And this latest wave they put out doesn't look like a sorry wave. I'm really not trying to get all that shit. Okay, I'm just trying to pick it back up on the comments here. So Hustle says, got to get the Storm Blanca in hand. Yes. When it comes to Street Fighter, the Storm shit is kind of what I'm aiming for. Like, I got the Storm Zangief. I need to get E Honda and Blanca. Why? Because I always picture those characters superimposed. Now, say you can kind of do that, but I think I'm going to get the Jada Saget, get the Jada Balrog. I don't see those guys as, excuse me, as superimposed characters. Now, Zangief from Storm Collectibles compared to a Jada is perfect, because he's just like this huge hulking beast. And if you ever seen the Street Fighter 2 anime movie that came out in 94, 95, he was kind of depicted as like this 8 foot tall motherfucker. I forgot who he fought in there, but that's just the way I see him in my mind. Toyomic displays a nice quick hit shirt, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you. 3-star. I've seen Xandar in person. Xandar is fire. Now, I got a phrase where I say a figure is a rock star. That motherfucker is truly a rock star. That is a good looking figure. As far as I'm concerned, and there's a whole year classified to come out, that is the #1 figure right there. If he would have came out 4 months ago, and I said this on the last live stream, he would have been #1. Road Pig would have been #2 in my classified top 10. That would have been 2 Dreadnoks. You know what I'm saying? Like, just back to back there. But he is fire. I seen him in person. My man Chris had him and showed him to me. Dope figure. That Saw Viper is dope too. Speaking of Saw Viper, y'all don't judge me. I fucked this up. But I switched out Duke's pants. No, I switched out Duke's head and put him on. I put him on this body here, my wreckage body. And the reason why I'm telling y'all that, because now I got an extra Duke body. And I said don't judge me because I accidentally ripped this fucking boot off last night on some stupid shit. But I'm going to just super glue that back. But I'm going to take these green pants and hopefully switch them out with the Saw Viper, so I can have a lead Saw Viper with like some green army pants on. I'm going to do a little bit of painting up. Do a little bit of a wash on my man Duke's pants here. And my lead Saw Viper is going to have green fatigues on. You know what I'm saying? Take off his arm shit and all that. Still have the purple vest, but I'm just put like a black wash on it and kind of jazz him up a little bit. But I got to super glue this back. That shit pissed me the fuck off. I don't even know what the fuck I was thinking. But these aren't Duke's boots. These are the fucking these are wreckage boots. And I should just kept wreckage boots on that figure because my Duke is almost a little too tall. But I was like, you know what? Let me switch back to boots. But I forgot the mushrooms on this were huge for wreckage. and they were a little bit smaller for Duke. So, but I was gonna put Duke's boots back on because I heard that the Saw Viper's not that tall. So I was gonna try to make him tall, like which he's depicted almost kind of like in that comic book. But I fucked that up. I done fucked up the church's money. But I'm gonna just super glue it. I guess this leg right here won't have a boot swivel, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. But I'm gonna take these green fatigues, and when my Saw Viper comes, and his legs is kind of thick too, because that Saw Viper is not tall, but he looks thick. So hopefully this diaper and leg system will fit on that Saw Viper, man. So let's see what's up. Swift Shot says, see, that's why I rock with you from fam. You actually do stuff with your figures, just like how D Amazing takes dope pictures with his figures. Man, I appreciate that, because D Amazing inspired me when I first start coming on and watching these videos. I'm like, well, shit, damn, my man right here a little different than everybody else. He's actually like taking pictures and shit. Brian Hoffman says, I am so out of space. I cut down on so much, but I'm still deep in classified. And that's the same for me, brother. I'm about one more motherfucking shelf, and that's it. After that is it. Because I don't plan on stopping collecting classified. At least not no time soon. There will be a point with classified where I'm like, you know what? I think I'm fucking good. But I don't plan on stopping army building. I'm not massively buying army builds like I did when I first started, but I'm gonna get 10 Saw Vipers, whatever other army build I like. And what I'm doing is getting 5s of each armies that's probably gonna come out. But after a while, that shit's gonna, multiply into a lot more shit. And I don't want to take nothing else off my shelves. The way I got my shelves is just what I want. I got just the right of Marvel Legends I want, just as much TMT, MT, and other little figures that I collect. My wrestling figures, I don't want to take none of that down. Everything looks great where it's sitting at. Dreadnought says, I only collect classified, and that's dope. I'm not gonna say I wish I only collected classified, but I don't know. If I probably would have came into the game now, that's probably all I would collect. But I don't know. When I came into the game, all I collected was Marvel Legends. When I started back buying figures again, like 2016, and I told myself, I was like, I'm a huge Turtles guy. I was like, but I ain't gonna get no Ninja Turtle shit. You know what I'm saying? And henceforth, I started buying all different Turtle shit. Then I started getting to this. Then I started getting into that, this, that. You know what I'm saying? And I think about 2019, beginning of 2020, I was a fucking animal. I was just out of control. Swift Shot says, I'll watch the figure review of D Amazing for a figure. I have no plans on ever buying just because he's fair, positive about the figures, and he takes dope pictures at the end. He's actually entertaining to watch. His formula is very simple, but it's his formula. I know somebody said one time the only reason he had such views because a certain figure he got, but it's not that, man. He's been on YouTube for a while. Some of these motherfuckers like was here before we even thought about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I even knew about this shit. Like, some of these motherfuckers been up here since 2010, 11, maybe even date before that, man. So they've been on here long enough to gain the crowd. But with him, he has a great formula. You know what I'm saying? He keeps it nice and simple. He played the game clean. He's not a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with the dude. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a pretty cool dude. And whatever he got, how many subscribers he got, and whatever little divvies that he gets or extra little things that he get, or somebody send him some figures, I think he fully fucking deserves that. And anybody else too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of the ones who be like, this guy getting figures sent to him. I could care less, man. If they up here putting their time and work in, more power to them, man. Dreadnought K6 says, I have like 270-ish figs. That's a nice collection. Hustle says, MSRP keeps going up. It's time for SHF to go the Mezco route. Soft goods for every figure. Yeah, I hate And that's another line I used to collect, like SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball. But I kind of shut it off, man, after Ginyu Squad, and I picked up Frieza, and pretty much whoever's kind of was like with Frieza with that armor on and shit. Ironically, I don't have a Goku or a fucking Vegeta, which is the craziest shit out of that. Now, those are probably the only two figures I would probably go after and go get with SHF, but I hate those fucking plastic capes they got. Like, I don't know why they don't have soft goods. As far as moving, like that Ginyu force, like they can actually like do the stupid shit they do where they spin around and put his head like down through his legs and shit. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So it's a great articulated figure. I even brought a SH Vega back in like 2020. You know what I'm saying? But I had to shut them off too, man. You know, they're great, but you know, I just can't do it. Bully D says I stick to the Marvel versus Capcom roster, Jada Street Fighter and Batman Mayfax items. That is, if anything with Mayfax, which I love Mayfax, but CT Toys, boy, I don't know, they put a dent in the motherfuckers this year. I was I was about to order up like 10 fucking Spider-Man figures from them, which I have the black suit Spider-Man, and but I wanted a Webman, and CT Toys got them. AliExpress, $20, just as good as Mayfax. But as far as Mayfax, I have to finish off the Reign of Superman. I have to get Eradicator and Superboy. And as far as Batmans, like there's not a huge selection of 112 scale good Batmans. So Mayfax is usually my go-to when I'm looking for Batman figures, which I have quite a bit now. And one time I didn't really have shit. I just had the Mattel Batmans and shit, and it really didn't have really a lot of great ones of those. Maybe like one that kind of looked like the '89 Batman. But now I have like maybe like 4 or 5 Batmans, and I'm really, if it all ended today, I'll be satisfied with that. But if I'm gonna chase anything or buy anything, it's gonna be a Mayfax Batman. You get great articulation, great soft goods cake, plenty of accessories. Um, what more could you ask for, man? And you get different iterations. You know, you get a slim Batman, an older, thicker Batman, a suited up Batman. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as on that end, and then their Reign of Superman collection is just wow, like all of those steel, the black suit Superman, cyborg Superman, which is fucking fire. The Eradicator looks good, and the Superboy that's coming out. Did I miss one? Oh, and I got the Hush Superman too. So, oh, and I also got Dark Knight Returns Superman, the big fucking thick ass one, man. So all of those Superman are great. So they fill a void for me in a certain aspect for DC, because McFarlane, doesn't want to make 112 scale DC toys. He does, but not in the aspect of what we're looking for. And if he did, would they really be that great? You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with McFarlane. I love his backstory. I love everything about him as far as an artist, an entrepreneur. But will he really be that great in 112 scale? When you sit up and think about it, because at the end, old Uncle Todd, he does what he wants to do, and as far as how he wants to make a toy. But yeah, far as Mayfax, that's where I'm at on that. And Hustle says, hold up now, Storm Arena line coming, and it's at the Jada 112 scale. The thing about the Storm Arena line is it's going to be going, which is good. They're going to be on another Street Fighter game. It's going to be Street Fighter Alpha, which I believe is Street Fighter 3. Because after really Street Fighter 2, I kind of fell off from that shit. But when you ask me who I'd rather take, whether it's Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, I'm a Street Fighter guy all day. Mortal Kombat, even though it has great gameplay ability, like, because there was a lot of games that came out around that time that fell off, like Eternal Champions and all that shit. Mortal Kombat can kind of battle with Street Fighter for that number one supremacy. But Mortal Kombat is really almost kind of like shock value. We soon to forget, but you had to be there, like, to see blood. When you look at it now, just really pixelated blocks just flying out of a motherfucker's face, but you had never seen that before. And that much blood, like a motherfucker getting the shit beat out of him. But Street Fighter was kind of more refined, more like for skill. technique. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I grab. I'm a Street Fighter guy. But getting back to that Alpha, um, it has the long hair Ken. Ken is my guy when it comes to Street Fighter. If you tell me to choose between Ryu and Ken, I'm going with Ken all day. And I love Ken with the ponytail. Um, Soda Toys did the Ken with the ponytail. And that's what that Street Fighter Alpha, that line that Storm is doing. So I will buy that Ken, and I'll cherry pick through those. But as far as Jada, I'm almost kind of all in on all of those except for that Blanca. I don't like the way it looks. I really don't. And I might not get the Zangief because I'm good with the Storm collectibles. Excuse me, bigger Zangief that I got. You know, supposedly from the 112 scale, but it's really a 7-inch figure. Retro card Xandar. Dreadnought K6 says retro card Xandar. If we get him, it will be even better. Um, shit, there ain't too much you can do to him besides take that vest off of him. But I can see there's still maybe some few things you to get him like which even like with Stalker. I mean, how much more can you change up besides putting that lighter green on him? But he's almost there basically. 3 star says, I hope I like Saw Viper better in person. That was my most anticipated Cobra guy, and I think he looks goofy as fuck. I've seen him in person. I think he looks good. I liked him. Matter of fact, that whole wave looked good because my man had all of them. My man Window Clean. He had Xandar. He had what's my man? I can't even think of his fucking Leatherneck, Dial Tone, and he had the Saw Viper. I seen all of them. All of them looked amazing to me, in my eyes, and they were right there in my hand. But I know that fucking Xandar was amazing, man. Swiftshot says, I'm getting my first Jada Toys figure when I get David Martinez from Cyberpunk Ed from. Matter of fact, I seen The Amazing do a video on that. I'm not too much of a Cyberpunk guy. That's kind of really out of my realm, but the figure looked good. I will say this: everything that Jada does is good. Because before I brought these Jada Street Fighter figures, I don't know if y'all guys seen it in my collection last week. I collect Jada 124th scale cars. Those are amazing. Those remind me of the toys like my dad said used to play with, like metal train sets and shit. Them shits is die cast metal. Great, great, great. I can't even think of what to say. Like concepts, great cars, and it's just cool as hell. You can tell that that's a quality car. They cost about $20. Totally worth it. 124 scale Jada diecast. So even their the Mega Man they do, the serial characters, which I seen Count Chocula in Ross. He was like $12. I was about 1 inch away from buying it, but I was like, nah. If it would have been somebody else like Frankenberry or somebody like that, I probably would have jumped on them and shit, man. But I actually have. Do I? I think I got the Count Chocula Cadillac, the 124 scale. No, I got the Frankenberry. I don't know. I might have Count Chocula from the Jada 112 scale diecast, but everything they do is good, man. Make a long story short. Yeah, Dreadnought, I was tripping. I was tricking, man. Man, tricking. I was tripping, man. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, man. I had no business even fucking with that figure. It was in a bin, and I picked something up, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead. Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I did. I needed to mod his neck a little bit to get his head to sit down a little bit more. And I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I usually warm up my figures. That's how I put the boots on. I warmed them up and popped them on, man. I usually don't do anything foolish like that. Not at all, man. And fucked around, did some stupid shit. And I thought about buying another Duke and shit too. I think he's still on sale for like $19, but I'm not doing it. I'm just super glue that boot back on it and call it a day, man, and keep it moving, man. But yeah, that was foolish of me. Yes, Jason Geist. Jason, my man, salute to you. Coming through with the 3-pointer from the sideline. There we go. Yes, he fought Blanca. And there's a scene where he goes, "Rah!" and they, they scale up his stomach and chest, and he looks like he's about 12 feet tall in that. And that's the way I always kind of picture Zangief. That movie is on Amazon Prime. If you guys got Amazon Prime, like I put my daughters onto it, and when they come down and sometimes into the room down here and they see people, they're like, "Oh yeah, that guy right there." Especially when they see like somebody like Blanca, somebody like that. Jason, what up, my G? What up, fam? Hey, if you go to Joe Fest, man, this year, hopefully I'll see you too, man. Gonzo, what's going on with you, family? Salute. Dreadnought K6 says it's all about the money, Savage. I love that Mezco TMT 4-pack. Either one. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, that Mezco one, like I wasn't crazy over it when people, and I still might not be that crazy over it, to be quite honest with you. But it was just too much. Like I said, it's like $100 a turtle. But the Super 7 ones, they started off at like 50 something bucks, but I think now you can probably get them for like 35, 37, maybe even cheaper. If you're really out there hunting. But I brought those figures a long time ago, probably over 2 years ago. But of course they were retailed in. That Raphael was a hot commodity at one time. He was kind of like sold out and shit. Yeah, it's probably been a minute. It's probably like 3 years. Hustle says, I realistically see you cutting down the troop build to make space for better classified future releases. Yeah, and I decided to cut down my troop build probably a little over a year ago. Not necessarily cut down, but I told myself, and it's probably in one of my videos, like, yo, I'm just buying fives, whatever. And that's cool with me because, be honest with you, the mass amount of troops that I want, I got like the original blue troops, which I started off with. I got like 50 or 60 of those. Probably got like 25 Alley Vipers. And those kind of like the Alley Vipers, my favorite troop. Um, I'm trying to think, is anybody else deep like that? And just a bunch of assorted red troops. Now the Crimson Guard, I don't think I only have like 10 of those. I wouldn't mind. I probably would maybe get some more of those, but there's really no need for me to because I just have all these other red troops that's in fives, groups of five, like 5 red bats, 5 Crimson Vipers that kind of bolst up that red side of that army, man. So I think I'm good, to be quite honest with you. Only troops I maybe kind of wanna get deep into is that Saw Viper. To be quite honest with you, I know I say I want 10, but I might jump and go to 20. And the Twilight Guard, I want to get 10 of those, But it's nothing crazy, just nice little increments. I just keep stacking on with. Clint says, what made me get back into collecting again back in 2010 Mega Blocks Pirates of the Caribbean sets? No doubt. No doubt. I'm trying to think what got me back into collecting because I jumped. I was on collecting comic books. I got back into collecting comic books like 2014 or 2015. Took me about 2 years to rebuy an action figure again, maybe about a little over a year, because I didn't know the price had jumped up. Last time I had brought an action figure, it was like $7, $6. We talking about the early 2000s, 2005. The Toy Biz era and shit. And when I seen it was like $15, I was like, oh fuck no. Even sometimes maybe $20. I'm like, hell nah. But Black Bolt made me pull the trigger, and it was on and popping from there. John Battle says, what do you think about my custom repaint the 80s version Snake Eyes? I just need to figure out how to stop my paint from stripping. I thought all that joint was straight, man. I really like the Tiger Stripe one the most, really, John. To be quite honest with you, certain parts, man, I can't stop paint from stripping, man. In the joints, But other than that, on the rest of my figure, they're pretty much good. I don't know if you seal. Do you put a spray sealant on there to lock your paint in? Because you really can't stop it with the joints, man. Because it's always going to have that constant friction. Excuse me. So it's going to peel your paint. Swiftshot says Animated Heroes is another review I like too. Man, there's so many reviewers out here. Like I said, when I first got into this joint, I thought it was only like 10 motherfuckers, and lo and behold, and unbeknownst to me, it was hundreds of people who do this shit. Cause that's all it would show me. It's just like just saying kind of like 10 people and shit, man. I'm like, damn, there's a lot of motherfuckers that do it once this shit like the wormhole opened up. Lydia Autumn, hey, how's it going, Lydia? Swift Shot the Autobot. If you ever want to me review a SH Arts Figure Ball Dragon Ball figure, let me know because I have a lot of them and I make a lot of stop motions with them. No doubt, man. I need to get you on and talk with you anyway, man. That's coming. I'm not bullshitting you or nothing. I still have to get my webcam and microphone, which I probably getting in the next couple of weeks here. Maybe I give it about 3 weeks. I give it within the month. I'm gonna have my whole little setup because I have what's that shit everybody fucking use? I forgot the name of it. But you know the little certain thing everybody uses. I have it, man. I'm just sitting up paying for it every fucking month and not able to use it. I actually can use it on my phone, but it still to me is no purpose on that. I'd rather use it on my laptop. I don't know why I can't think of the fucking name of the program that everybody uses. John Battle says, I got into SH Figure Arts around October thanks to an articulated ninja. Now I'm 30 to 40 figures deep. Wow. That is a lot in a short period of time. Because Figure Arts is not bad. They have ones in Target I've seen for like $30. That's probably about the lowest they'll go. But I know a lot of times I used to see them like, I know them Ginyu motherfuckers, they were like almost like 100 a piece. Except Captain Ginyu, he was like 70. But they can get up there, man. They can get up there, and that's a lot. Nicholas says, Dreadnought Cake 6, I jumped out the window and got both Mezco TMT packs. Hey, man, like I say, man, whatever floats people's boats, man. Whatever, you know, I'm never tripping on how much figures cost or anything like that. You'll never really, I might say like, damn, that's expensive, man, but I don't never trip on what people want to buy. Lydia says, do you have a Cobra Night Creeper? Yes, I do. We were actually talking about that earlier, Lydia. We were talking about how they were on sale at Walmart for 12. Like when I get off here, hopefully I can see them, man. But I don't know that sometimes you gotta act quick on that shit, man. Them shits get gone. I don't know, John. They still up there? She says TMT. I love TMT. Yeah, Turtles was that's part of my big three. We're talking about X-Men, GI Joe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Those are the big three of my action figures when I was a kid. With GI Joe first, when I was like a kid, and then by the time I was like 8, I was in the Ninja Turtles, and by the time I got like 10, well, I probably got in the Ninja Turtles. I was like 7, and then by the time I turned like 10, it was just X-Men all day. John Battle says, Swift Shot, what's your page so I can check you out? Definitely check him out, fam. He dope. Lydia says, dude, have you seen the new AEW Street Fighter figures? They are amazing. I had them. I was gonna buy one. I think it was because they had the tag team dudes dressed up like Ken and Ryu, and then they had somebody else dressed up like Akuma. But I haven't brought. I used to buy a lot of AEW figures. Like I used to buy a lot of different things, but I haven't brought. This year for me was really Classified and Marvel Legends. You know what I'm saying? That basically sums it up. My top tens of every year will tell you basically where I'm at. Like my top 10, like 3 years ago, I was still like I was doing top 20s because I had brought so many figures, man. But I seen them. They did look good. Yeah, Tekken was good. Who I used to use Eddie Guerrero because he had that Brazilian jiu-jitsu type style where he was kind of like breakdancing and shit. That Panana way where he be swaying and shit. So that was my dude. He was almost kind of like a cheat character. But yeah, Tekken was that shit. Hustle says once we get a good amount of Street Fighter 2 Storm and Jada releases, doesn't that mean it's possibility of a table episode? Storm Honda versus Jada Fei Long? Possibly could be. Possibly could be, man. Look, man, I would do. Y'all see a lot more episodes of the table, man, if I had a lot more freaking time. and hopefully I can make that happen this year. It's looking like possibly by the end of this year I can set it up where I don't leave the house like that, but I can have people working up under me, running loads, doing things like that. That's my goal by the end of the year, because that's really what I want to be. Like, I love like being in a truck and truck driving, but um it wasn't necessarily like my goal to be just to be a truck driver. Like, I want to run a trucking business. You know what I'm saying? I'm an owner operator, and I think that's not. I wouldn't speak for everybody. Not saying that's what every owner operator, because sometimes people don't want to deal with the headache. But that's where I want to be, because I think I've been in the game for a little while now and been through the ups and downs and been here and been there, to where I think I can guide people and get them paid, and also get them paid myself, and run a company efficiently. So that's where I want to be, and that'll be cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I really would like to dive more into the channel and do things like that. I almost feel like I get stagnated, or my growth is stunted, because I just don't have the time to pour in like how I want to. But I would never ever stop. That's a cool thing with these lives. It doesn't take much. I can get on here if I have time. Y'all see what happened last month. I got missing for a month and shit. Like, my was calling to see if I was all right. I'm like, I'm fine. Clint says Count Chocolate is the best cereal of all time, the goat of cereals. I don't think I ever ate Count. No, I ain't. I have. I have. I've ate Count Chocolate before. Also says my Ross loaded with Frankenberries. How much should I pick you up for the Zartan trade? I feel you, man. I'm not that hungry for it though, man. Be honest with you, because with their cereal line, it's kind of like hit and miss. It's like, if I come across it, I'll fuck with it. John Battle says, "What brand do you use?" What? Oh, StreamYard. That, I've been having brain farts, fellas. But yeah, I have StreamYard and everything. I pay for it. I've been paying for it since fucking October. I've done like, I have the whole thing set up. What set me back was that webcam, man, and shit was so tight, um, that I couldn't even get really a webcam. But then at the same time too, because I kind of learned my lesson. Like, I used to do voiceovers with like a microphone, and that shit ended up breaking on me. Like, maybe no more than like 6 months into having it. So when I do buy me some equipment, I want to buy some quality shit. I'm get me a really nice microphone, give me a really nice webcam, so I can have those things for a couple of years or years, and move on with them. But yes, StreamYard is what I was brain farting trying to say. That's the program that I think it's still been $25. Swift Shot Autobot says, "Hey, let me know, bro. All I have is my phone and a crappy laptop, but I'll definitely chop it up with you." That is no problem. To use your phone or anything like that, Swift Shot, because I've came on other people's lives with StreamYard, use my phone. You'll see me just like now. It's just like on my end, if I try to use my laptop with no webcam, that shit's got me in black and white, and I could hop on it now and pull the live stream up now through that. But I definitely want to have some type of quality sending it back out to you. So it's all good. We'll have that hip hop conversation too, man. John Battle says, "I went to 80s tees, but they don't have my size." If you are like an XX or a 3X, John, then these ain't nothing but screen printed shits, man. I would just go to a local screen printer, man, and you can get this shit printed up. All you gotta do is pull the image up on your laptop, and probably get it for the same price. Still pay like $25. Yeah, Jamie Lynn, I was struggling to figure out that damn word. Hustle says John battles those SHFs gets pricey. Gotta outsmart them. Roll keeper Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks in the Street Fighter gear. Yeah, that's what. And I would have known their names, because I don't really watch wrestling. Um, but I was buying those AEW lines, and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. They probably AEW has probably put them motherfuckers out like 10 times over and over. So I knew the names because they probably have, like I said, 10 different figures within that line. Bully D says, you want to build a business, create a job. You dig? No doubt. Oh, John Battle. Oh, the brand. Okay. The paint seal. I've heard the Hobby Lobby stuff is real good. I went to Walmart and got a brand called Mod Podge, and it says flat acrylic paint ceiling. Well, my shit be kind of coming out shiny a little bit. Matter of fact, I was trying to wait to go to Hobby Lobby to spray my girl here, but I just couldn't wait, man. I just wanted to lock her paint in. But she's a little shiny. It says flat, but you see how this kind of came out a little shiny up in here. But I wanted to lock her paint in, because I planned on using her in the episode of the table. I didn't want none of my paint to chip, and I had to go back again and do all that shit. But you can go to Walmart and get Mod Podge. Um, it's a clear acrylic paint ceiling. It's like I think less than $10. Swishshot says, yeah, SH Fig Arts can get pricey, but honestly, I do think it's worth it 99% of the time. I have a lot of figures from them, so if you want to know anything, feel free to DM me. Yes, SH Fig Arts, they do have great figures. They do have great figures. I will give them. I will give them that. Now, I haven't really ran across a lot of QC issues. Only thing I would say, maybe with my Captain Ginyu, like the little peg that they had for is like a shoulder guard. Like that was like kind of crappy how they put that together because it always falls out. Oh, John Battle says 6LT. Yes. Yeah, you might want to go get it screen printed, man, and just they'll have that shirt there or can order it up. Cause I know, cause I used to deal with that a little bit, like Glendon. I forgot the name of the brand of shirts. They make all different types of sizes, man. And this right here, this ain't shit to do. You can get that. You can get somebody to do anything you want. Hustle says best SHF this year is King Cold. 3 Star says, I want to upgrade and get the Mac Daddy version of StreamYard, but I just don't stream enough to justify it after the price hike. I seen that, and that's when they were supposed to like hike the price in like October. I thought the regular one was supposed to go to 44, and then like the upgrade one was supposed to go like 60 something. I think something crazy like that. But mine's still been 25. I think that's all I need, to be quite honest with you. And I haven't experienced yet to see really what I need. So the basic bottom, which from the little things I did in it, like have a background and all that shit. I think I'm good enough with that. But I can't wait to get on there and use it because I done made an intro and everything for the fucking live stream, and I just feel like I'm not able to utilize what I've been paying for. But it's all good, man. Patience is a virtue, man. Hustle says honorable mention SHF Super 17th GT line on fire. Being a fine figure, what's good with you? Gonzo says, what paint brand do you use? I use I think the Apple Crate, some acrylic paint that I get from Walmart. Nothing major, nothing crazy. Squish Shot Autobot says, Hustle, I'm so glad that you said that because Anthony Wackass Customs shitting on that figure because it makes no noise when you post it. I swear he hasn't reviewed SH Figure Arts Super 17 yet just because he hasn't figured out a way to shit on it yet. No doubt, man. Well, my man Squish Shot mad about that shit, man. But but yeah, man. It's been a it's been kind of slow. as far as figures and shit like that, man, which is cool. It's always slow during January. GI Joe probably ain't gonna heat up to like March, which, after you do all that figure copping, like from the break, like from December and all that, you need a good break. I'm still waiting on my Valaverse stuff to clear. Like, I want that fucking Sidewinder, man. I want to get that here, and I want that Senshi too. I don't know what the hell is it was taking it so damn long, man. But speaking of Valaverse, I'm gonna use these guys. Cause I never used Valaverse on the table before. I never had a place for them. But being that I'm doing an episode of Table with the Dragonfly, what better than the Swarm Horde to have as like some guys to go up against? And I really like these. This is really my favorite Valaverse figures right here. I don't know. Once I get Sidewinder finally in hand, he'll probably become my favorite. But it's hard to beat these guys. These motherfuckers is dope. They did a good job on these, man. But yeah, I'll definitely be using these in the episode of the table. Who else was? Oh yeah, and I had a Valaverse Soldier. Um, every now and then I gotta break out the Valaverse that I do have, and the ones I like. You know what? These motherfuckers pretty dope. I'm not a fan of all Valaverse, but like the things I did like with this guy right here. This was like I think like the Desert Commando or some shit. But kind of broke them apart the ways, kind of mix matched them, and I got all my little Valaverse. And I wasn't gonna go heavy on these. And Valaverse came at a time where GI Joe just really didn't have too many Joes. It was just kind of slowly going. Then it just exploded fucking last year. And I was like, well, ain't no need for me to get any more of these Valaverse figs. And I still really don't feel a need a heavy to have a bunch of these. I have the new troops coming, which move really good. And the cool thing about it is they have the double neck ball. These didn't, but these are still dope though. This is a pretty dope action figure as far as concept wise. And of course, this is a different top with a different bottom, but I like how you can mix and match that. So I'm gonna have my man right here in the mix also. But I don't know. I got a dip to South Carolina on Monday, man. And then if I can find some more work, I might jump down to Atlanta or something like that and come back up, man. So I don't know. But I'll be working on this episode of the table throughout the whole week, man. And just kind of getting back into my groove, man. Be quite honest with you, because it's been a minute. It's been a couple of months since I did an episode of the table. What do you got? Where do you get shock oil from? Cause I need some of that my damn self. 3 Star says, have you gone to Toy Federation when you've been in South Carolina? No. And be quite honest with you, I didn't know he was from South Carolina until the other day. I think Tidrium Hanger did a I think I knew before then, but I just found out that he was in South Carolina. And when I sat back and looked at this thing, I'm like, damn, there's a lot of people from North Carolina, South Carolina, that's in the toy game that's on like YouTube or just kind of prominently known. RC car stores for the shock oil. Hey, 3 Star, what part of South Carolina is he in? Is he in Florence or something like that? Because I wouldn't mind stopping by there just to stop in there and just to see what's up. I seen him down at Joe Fest. I just didn't stop in the booth. There was no need for me to, because I was interested in other things. But just to check out the store and possibly even maybe cop some like retro toys or something from him, man. I probably will, but just to see it. Because I don't know exactly where he's at, which I'm pretty sure I could Google it. Greer, South Carolina. I've heard of that before. I'm definitely gonna have to Google that one. But I know Greer. I've heard of it before. I don't know if it's on the western part or eastern part, but Greer. That's dope though, man. Yeah, yeah, I've heard it before. Just trucking down through there and shit, man. I just gotta see. I'm gonna pull it up once I get out because I gotta go to Greenville. That's the western part. So I gotta pass through Charlotte and shit like that because I gotta shoot up to Raleigh, grab this forklift, and take it to Greenville, South Carolina. And like I said, I'll probably be about 2 hours away from Atlanta. Then if I can find something pulling up from Atlanta back up to North Carolina, then I'll do that. Hustle says, I like Valorverse for what it is. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet on any of them. I'm a bit shy. I missed out on the kill switch and rollout. Rollout didn't really northeast of Greenville. I knew I'll get to that in a second, 3 star. But let me answer Hustle. Rollout never really appealed that much to me. They didn't do nothing great with him. Kill Switch I like. Kill Switch was a sleeper. Um, I ordered her because I ordered all three of the girls, and I wasn't even gonna order her. I was just like, I was kind of, I never really cared too much for Pandora. I don't know why, but she just not appealing to me. I like the other one, but when I got all three of them in, uh, I can't think of that girl name, but she was like the Indian chick from New York or some shit. Her fucking head snapped completely off, and that just turned me the fuck off. And I was just, basically doing head pops, just switching out. I was like, well, let me put this other head. I was doing a review on them. At least I was trying to, but I ended up doing one review on Kill Switch, which was like I think one of the dopest reviews I ever did because I just did it in a different way. I did a love letter to her. Um, but then when I got Kill Switch in hand, I'm like, damn, this is a great looking face sculpt. What happened with Kill Switch is the same thing that what happened with the general guy they had. Like the general guy looked good on paper. When you finally get him in hand, he looks all right. But Kill Switch looked bad on paper. When you finally got her in hand, you like, damn, she has a great face sculpt. But I was fucking with the Valorverse, but then for a while I fell off. I wasn't even gonna fuck with the Series 5 until my man Chris showed me Sidewinder. I'm like, damn, he looks really good. That's why he's on my top 10 of figures that came out this year, because that he's a great looking figure. And he feels good in hand too, man. Sidewinder is the shit, to be quite honest. He's a rock star. I'll give him that. But yeah, I will fuck with Series 5, man. Hustle, if you're gonna pick up anything, why don't you try out that Sidewinder, man? I think you'll really like Sidewinder. Okay, yeah. So 3 star, you said northeast of Greenville. Shit, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Yeah, cause I knew I heard it before. Cause I-85 is a fucking hotline, like for trucking. Like it's a hotline from Atlanta to a Charlotte. There's and even really up into Greensboro, like North Carolina, like that shit. There's always something fucking going on in there. There's always something going to Greenville, like Greenville and that other one. Is it Spartanburg? Like them two. I don't know what the fuck is up with those two cities. You know what I'm saying? But there's always some shit going there. And then of course Charlotte to Atlanta. I mean, those are two hubs and shit. So they always gonna have shit bouncing back and forth. I don't know if I got time, man. I might swing through there because I should get to Greenville about hopefully by 12 or 1 o'clock that afternoon. Swiftshot says, can I ask everyone a question? Rollkeeper says, I've been getting Valiverse since day one, got multiples of out of all of them and haven't had a problem. Me neither, not really, except for that one girl head popping off. I think the first Valiverse I brought was Condor. And he was stiff as shit. He's still stiff to this day. But I like the figure. You know what I'm saying? But for a while I just didn't fuck with him because I just felt like it was this repetitive shit they was putting out, and then the void they was filling for GI Joe, like that troop I just showed you. GI Joe started supplying those voids and shit, so I was like, man, there ain't nothing new with them. And Series 5, I just like, you know what, man, I was like, I don't know about that. Because the one dude I wanted to get, I can't think of his fucking name, that general guy with the goatee and shit. He didn't look as good. But if my man Chris didn't have them shits in hand and I, got a chance to fuck with him, I wouldn't even jumped on them. But I ordered a couple. I ordered Senshi, I ordered Sidewinder, and I ordered, I can never say that robot with the P name, Plectorian. I ordered like the black version of them. I thought those three figures to me are phenomenal, to be quite honest with you. Jason Guy says, yeah, your kill switch video was definitely one of the best, and that's saying something considering your catalog. Appreciate it, fam. Appreciate you, Jason. Thank you. Swiftshot says, do all of y'all have as many females figure as male figures? I would say no. I don't. Do y'all take the same amount of pictures and videos for females as your males? If I had more, I would. It's getting to a point now, Swiftshot, where there's actually good female figures coming out. I know for a long time with Marvel Legends, like, shit. I got knocked off for a quick second. The female figures wasn't really hitting on shit, man. But now I would say across all lines, GI Joe really kind of broke the mold. Uh, Let me see. Oh, okay. GI, my thing got cut off right quick. GI Joe kind of broke the mold on good female figures because they came with that Lady J with the double jointed arms. Then of course Marvel Legends. But if I had more, I would. And if I can put them in a picture, yes, I definitely will. But man, you talking about like male to female figures? I mean, it's a sausage fest in here. Jay's Figs, what's going on, family? Hustle, man. I don't have an extra Zartan. Hey, but you gonna like that Sidewinder, man. Trust me, dude. You gonna like that Sidewinder. I would never steer you wrong. That's a dope figure, man. That's a dope ass figure, yo. For real. Yes, Praetorians. John Battle, yep. Sidewinder is a really good figure, and the Praetorians. Yes, I heard about the clear coat Nicholas for loose joints. I'm gonna have to check out the RC store and get some of that shock oil. Squishshot says, I'm honestly feel like a catch 22 when it comes to collecting female figures for a few reasons. Like, if they're good, I'm fucking with them. Like that Cammy, like she's a dope figure. She moves very well. That Chun Li. I mean, there's a lot of good female figures from all brands getting pumped out now. You just have to pump out a great figure. I mean, for a long time, I think they got shitted on. Hustle says I had 55% male and 45% female thanks to Snail Shell. Wow. Wow. That's a good ratio. Because mine's more like probably 90% to 10%. As the amount of figures I got, per ratio. Three star says Swift shot the Autobot. I don't have as many just because there aren't many in the lines I collect, mainly classified. But I like them. I say I do almost as many picks with them as I do males. Siege, Road Keeper, yes, Siege. Siege, yeah, yes, Sidewinder's a favorite new. Yeah, Siege came out. Siege was looking like a stud when they first showed him like 2 years ago, and then by the time he came out, he looked like a cheap alcoholic and shit, man. I don't know what it is about him. He just doesn't have that I'm looking for. I don't know if they put too much facial hair on him because he didn't have as much facial hair, man. But I seen him in person. I didn't really care too much for him. I was like, all right, but it kind of flip flopped on me, because that was the only one I wanted out of that wave 5. I was like, all the rest of these guys, I ain't really trying to fuck with them. But my man had them, man. So I'm definitely glad I seen them. Yeah, Valkyries and Ferret Scouts are some of my favorite. Like GI Joe, I think from the get go really kind of pumped out great female figures. Besides that first wave, which those were decent, like Scarlet and stuff like that. But like I said, Lady J, a lot of people seem to forget that broke the mold on female action figures as far as domestic wise. As far as the articulation and what they can do for you. Swiftshot says, I feel like 9 times out of 10, the females have less articulation than males, like single joint elbows, knees, butterfly joints, or crappy shoes to stand with. And that's what it is. They're getting better. They're getting better than that. And sometimes the feet issue, it still can be a little issue. I think, well, my Black Widow from Marvel Legends stands pretty good. But yes, those are all the things I was talking about. But they're starting to change that up now. Yes, Jamie Lynn. Yeah, pretty much same thing I said. Jamie Lynn said there was more quality ones available than I would get them. And like I said, that there are more quality ones being pumped out. But there's a need for females in collections, especially when you want to do scenes where you want to shoot. You want to do a city scene when you want some women walking down the street. You know, I mean, especially like not even on some superhero shit, but just guys kind of hanging out, chilling in the car, and a female walking by, like, "Yo, what's up?" You know what I'm saying? And a female like Cammy with that ass is great for a scene like that. That's a good looking action figure. You know what I'm saying? So, but not only that, but just different stuff, man. So I want females. I want more of them. But as far as in my collection, they're not a huge part of it. hmm I don't know what it is. Why they downplay women like that? Like they just that's all they can do is 90 degrees. No, women are flexible. That's why you can bend their legs behind their head. You can do all types of shit with them. Why would you put single joints or crappy articulation? Women can drop down in splits like it ain't shit. Men can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Not unless you're Van Damme or somebody, but I don't understand that. 3 star, that Cammy is great. That Cammy is great. She that is a great figure. Um and I'm not even talking about like the ass part of it. Just she moves great, has a lot of great effects with her. Um Articulation is lovely, like only Jada can do. And it's a lot of different possibilities you can do with her, man. And then it helps that she has that one piece bikini on, because I might buy an extra one and make her a stripper or some shit and take off the paint off her legs and shit and put her in Dante's Inferno some damn where. You know what I'm saying? From the neck of shit. But those are like different ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like you could go with it. But other than that, she's a great figure with great articulation, stands great, has a lot of great accessories for a reasonable price. Storm Jury is a dope female action figure. 3 star says, did they start sending out the seeds with the fixed butterfly paint yet? I'm not too sure. I didn't grab them. I haven't received none of my Valaverse. They've been on pre-order for months now. I just wait on BBTS because I do pile of loot, so that's where I'm getting mine from. I know you can go to the Valaverse site and get them, but that's just the way I'm going about with those Valaverse figures. Swiftshot says, I also like being violent in my stop motion, but I hate seeing women get beat up, even if it's an action figure. It's like my mind goes blank when it comes to women fighting, even if it's girl on girl. But to be honest with you, man, I'm about to on this episode of the table, I'm gonna do a girl on girl. I'm gonna put my Valkyries up against Gucci, which Gucci is actually sitting right here, waiting. So I'm gonna make them fight. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm talking about. Once I'm glad Classified put out that female sniper. A lot of guys were kind of pushing back against it, but it gave you so many options. It gave me options to make more dope females. But I'm gonna do the Valkyries up against my Gucci girls here and shit, man. So yeah, I'm about to put together a woman fighting scene, because it's crazy that you said that, because I haven't done it yet and I've been wanting to do it. Now here's the perfect time to do it. I actually have a squad to go up against a different squad. And I think that's dope, man. So, all my Gucci girls. Then I got Jinx in there. I got my alternative Jinx. And I got Quarrel in there. So yeah, I'm about to actually make that happen. Hustle just said, yeah, fellas, not forget about the Valkyries and the Cobra Ferret drivers. Yep. Yeah, man, we actually got not enough, but we actually got good females now. I would say that. Not enough, but we do have good females. John Battle says, I'm an Army Build Valor versus Lady Troopers when Walmart started selling them at $12 a figure. I didn't know Walmart sold Valor verse. Said the Valkyries look better in the Vamp. Swiftshot says, don't get me wrong, I love women both in real life and in figure form, but I'm kind of like Sanji from One Piece when it comes to female violence. DJ Mr. McFly, what's good with you? Hey, I also got you two this week, man. I ain't forgot about you, man. I need to get a box for you. I thought I had one here in the house, but I probably got to go to Walmart and buy one. But I'm going to send that joint out to you too, man. What's going on with you, though, brother? Yeah, 3-star. Like, he don't know, like, if a good female is around, they'll be around. We're going to use them, man. He said, I'm literally closing the female sniper right now. Yep. Yeah, I had him right here, right behind me. Roadkeeper says 3-star. The Valor website has the fixed sieges. I didn't care, so I didn't get them. Nicholas E says, I think some companies don't want to invest too much in the female figures as they didn't sell as well in the past, but I think that's changing and companies are waking up. Yeah, they probably didn't sell because they just didn't make good figures, but if you make good figures, they will buy. They need a female toy maker or designer to team up with a toy company for real focus on female details and articulation. I will say that. Yeah, I think the sniper McFly is like $30 on Amazon right now. So it's dropped down $4. I seen a gang of them in Target. I forgot what Target it was, but there was like a fucking row of them. Just I don't know what it is. They sending the diver and the sniper out in Target in droves, and people are not buying them. I need to catch them Targets. You know how Target be like, hey, they want that shit off their shelf. Need to catch them on a sale. 3-star says, Roadkeeper, I still want to pick him up, but when I saw the issue with the butterfly, I decided to wait for the fixed package ones. Allison Shaw says, so handsome. I don't know if you're talking about me or the action figures. DJ Makes Fly, no doubt, no doubt. I got you though, man. I definitely got you, brother. Roadkeeper says, 3-star draw. Yeah, I hear you. I used them for custom, so I didn't need to fix it because I was tearing him apart. John Battle says they haven't been in my area yet. But yes, fellas, I think we've been on here for about 2 hours, man. 2 hours, man. Look, I'm gonna go and get on off of here. Wifey about to come home, and need to get ready to take myself to church tomorrow morning, man. And got a lot of stuff going on. Let me read some of this last. Coral Scarlet and the Retro Cover Girl on the way. Let's go, fellas. We got to get most of them. Yes, that Retro Cover Girl, I'm definitely getting her. She looks great. And it looked like they gave her like a little bit of thickness in her thighs and shit, too. 3-star says, I just picked the sniper up from that Amazon sale. I didn't have her yet. Had a coupon, too, so I got her for $26. You got a great deal, 3-star. And don't forget, you can mix her with Lady J. That's pretty much what I did, with this one. This is Lady J's legs with a with the sniper top, and this is Lady J's top. Damn it, with the sniper's legs. So you definitely can kit bash those two together. So you can still got them at your Ollies, but you can get Lady J for cheap, man. You know what I'm saying? Now anyway, but you definitely kit bash that and multiply good female figures, man. But man, I appreciate everybody who came out. I pray that you guys go into your work week and be safe. I pray that your family is covered. I pray that you will have a steady mindset, man, a positive mindset. Once you go into this week, man, I pray to keep a thief, murderer, robber for going inside your homes while you're not there. I pray that it keeps your family safe. I pray that your extended family is safe, man. And I pray that you guys make it back next year this week to come mess with me. And we're here on Savage Land, man. But with that being said, all my brothers who have been on here, come and mess with me today, man, I love you. I hope you guys stay focused. I hope you guys stay at it and keep pounding. And with that being said, until the next time, God bless. Thank you guys. Appreciate all of you, man. I really do. Thank you.